on Christmas that if you are fucking somebody and they did not make you your girlfriend or you're not official, please do not buy them a gift. Thank you.
Chemical X. What's up, guys? Welcome back and Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho.
Are we supposed to do the Mean Girls dance? We're both dressed like Santa's
I
hoes.
thought you were going to say Santa's sluts.
Nope, Santa's hoes. Works better. Ho, ho, ho. But we're missing one hoe, but I guess, David, you could be the third hoe. Well, guys, if you haven't seen, we are actually doing a giveaway on our Instagram right now. We've teamed up with Alessia, and we're going to be giving you the gift that keeps on giving, which is 2 vibrators. So go check out on our Instagram and don't miss that giveaway because you're going to be really sorry.
Yeah, and I mean, who doesn't want to have fun? COVID's coming back. You're stuck alone.
Best time to win a vibrator.
Exactly.
Anyways, welcome back, Alessia. We are...
What are you interviewing me?
Yeah, what the fuck? Maybe I am.
Like, bitch, it was your birthday this weekend. I'll interview you.
True.
Did you have fun on your birthday?
Well, birthday and Christmas, they're always too similar. Fuck. I can never have my day to myself.
No.
Crazy.
Do you get one gift because Christmas and your birthday are close?
Very, very often. But this year, I feel like I solidified my birthday like enough for it to finally be like my day.
And
you
it's
know?
separate.
It's separate, like party. It's the first time that I like actually threw myself, keyword threw myself, a birthday. Okay, we didn't get to surprise parties yet. One day. So I threw myself a big birthday bash. Alessia, you were there. You were invited. So
Oh, gee, thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Oh, golly gee.
Thanks for inviting your colleague. It's so nice. I really didn't think we were going there with colleagues. I thought you were going to stick it like strictly professional.
Right.
But I'm so grateful you invited me. There were so many funny moments at your birthday, and I feel like everyone was just hyped the fuck up because, like Veronica just said, she never throws birthdays. So it was that one time where it's like she always chips in every year for everyone's birthday. This was the time where you could not say, I'm not coming.
Absolutely not. There was no... You were X'd if you weren't coming to my birthday.
Yeah.
Now it's like the people listening who didn't get to make it are going, X'd me? What do you mean?
I usually say on birthdays, like every single person has fun except the birthday girl. Because there's so much to plan. You're trying to make 35 crews
Mix.
And sometimes, let me tell you, it's just not the case.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, you're always worried about everything and you want everyone to have fun, that it's hard for you to have fun. But I really feel like we mastered you having fun.
Well, I'm going to say I took matters into my own hands and, you know, I downed that bottle of vodka and had a good time. But yeah, it's very stressful. But I think, like, I'm going to be honest, my waitressing skills just kicked in. And I was like, I think I've mastered the ability to like work, but also have a good time. So yeah, I was on call. I was working on my birthday, you know, making sure everybody was having a good time.
I think the beginning was more like you want to greet everyone. And I'm like, bitch, come here. I want a picture with you.
Yeah.
And she's like, can I say hi to the people coming in? Like, I have more friends than just you. And I'm like, oh, right. Sorry. I forgot.
But it was really fun. And the leading up to it was pretty hectic. I'm going to be honest, because it's always like that. Like you plan something big and it seems like it's all going right, but you know deep down something's going to go wrong
Somebody's
somewhere.
canceling.
Somebody's canceling the day of. Who's not showing up? Who's showing up late?
Who gets COVID?
Oh my God, there's just so many things going wrong. And I'll be honest, the first of the things that went wrong was my spray tan. And you're going, why, Veronica? You look so bronzy. Well, first of all, I don't know if you guys can see this on camera, but we won't talk about that. So leading up to my birthday, guys, I have an undiagnosed skin disease. We're not sure what it is yet, but I haven't been tanning, as you could see, you know, for 2 months now, hoping that my skin would cure itself for my birthday.
Well, are we going to ignore the fact that you blame me for your skin disease? I don't think you're going to get by just like that.
Well, I mean, to be honest, I still might blame you.
Tell them the whole story. If you're going to go there, tell them the whole story.
Don't think you're off the hook because I still don't have a diagnosis. Until I get a diagnosis telling me it's not because of you, I'm still blaming you. So Alessia had her fungus nails. And then 2 days later, I started getting this like weird rash on my legs. And then I Googled it and I was like, oh my God, it's ringworm. Must be fungus from Alessia's nails. And I called her. I was like, yeah, I think I know what my undiagnosed skin disease is. I think it's from your nails. And she was like, what the no. And
well,
then
you don't
like,
just accuse somebody. I'm like, I didn't even touch you.
I was like, well, I don't know. It's the only thing that makes sense. Anyway, she no longer has fungus nails, but I still have leprosy, so glad you got out of it alive.
You know what? It was 6 months in the making. After you do 6 months, then talk to me.
Anyways, guys, so I had this weird skin thing going on. So I've been like prepping my skin, hoping that I could just get a nice spray tan where I don't look like a Dalmatian.
And also considering that you were wearing a bathing suit at your birthday.
It needed to be on point. So I did everything that I could to prep my skin. And I was going to get a spray tan like the day before my birthday in the morning. And I always like, I'm the best at tanning. I know exactly what to do to get the best results. So I exfoliated my skin, and then what I usually wouldn't do is apply moisturizer, but this time I was like, my skin is cracking off my body. I have no choice but to put moisturizer, right? So I put moisturizer over my body. I Google it. I'm like, should be fine. We're all good. It's a vino. I'm like, this is just gonna, help me out here. It's, if anything, gonna give me a better tan. And I get to the spray tan place in the morning. We're all good to go. My skin is feeling soft. It's looking like we're, on the trajectory for a nice tan. So I get naked and I'm standing there as usual with no dignity. And she does one spray on my leg and she stops and she goes, "Are you wearing a vino?" And when she pulled out the exact brand of moisturizer I was wearing, I knew I fucked up. I'm like, "Yeah, why?" She goes, "Well, it's because a vino for some reason reacts badly with the bronzer." And she's like, "I could tell right away by the color that it looks on your skin right now." And I was like, "What do you mean?"
Wow, that's how you know you're going to a professional place.
But that's how you know I'm canceling my birthday. One spray and she's already like, "Sorry, ma'am."
Yeah.
So my life flashed before my eyes and she's like, don't worry, it's fine. So I'm like, okay. She's like, the only thing is the spray tan might actually not work, so you might have to come back tomorrow. And I'm like, I didn't schedule in 2 spray tans here. Like, I did everything I could.
And the day of,
right now.
Don't talk to me.
No, don't talk to me the day
I have to yell at my friends who are saying they're not coming, they're not showing up, the bottles that I ordered, like the cake that's not going to be ready on time.
And like you said, I'm in a bikini on my birthday. Like, I can't afford even an inch of my body not being tan.
I mean, you were in a bikini with a cover up.
To be fair.
You
know what I mean? So she, spray tans my whole body and I'm like, okay, it doesn't look so bad. I look in the mirror, guys, and I shit you not, I looked like a Christmas tree. Green and red streaks all over my body.
My God, the Grinch came early.
No. I was traumatized and I was 2 minutes away from canceling my birthday because I was like, if this is what it's looking like when I wash it off, I think I have a picture. I was fluorescent green and red, like fluorescent. Wow. Anyway, so it turns out I washed it off and it was fine, but
that's really stressful.
Mm-hmm.
I would have definitely canceled my birthday.
Yeah. And then the day later on my actual birthday, I was like, last year I got so lucky. I actually won Oceaga tickets on my birthday and I was like, I feel like this year I'm going to be lucky again too.
Well, you never got to use the tickets.
I never got to use them yet. But I was like, you know what? Maybe this year I'm gonna be lucky too. It's my lucky day, birthday, woo! And I get a call from an unknown number, and I'm like, is this me winning a giveaway? And it's my bank, and he said, basically, your card is frauded. So
happy birthday!
Happy birthday! We're gonna have to cancel your card, and you'll get a new one in 14 business days. And I was like, babe, like the only day I need my credit card is today, when there's 14 bottles going on it.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so I don't know about that birthday luck. It stayed in 2021, I'm gonna be honest.
If it stayed in 2020, you would have had those Oceaga tickets, which I'm pretty sure you never had. So just go back a couple years.
Turns out, actually, you know what, guys? Maybe I'm not so lucky.
Yeah. So we're all drunk, right? So we all remember things differently. But a bunch of people, we did like more of an intimate dinner with like mostly your close friends. Mm-hmm. I was going to say our close friends because your birthday is my birthday. I understood the assignment. You sent a whole mood board that was like slutty, glam, sparkly. I even know like one of our friends was like not really into that team. She's like putting on a belt. I'm like, poor girl. The pressure Veronica puts on everybody. The girl's putting on a belt that doesn't even go with her outfit because she's like, I need to be somewhat in theme.
Well, the worst part is everybody's panicking because they're not wearing anything sparkly, but I didn't wear one sparkle on my whole body. So
I mean, those rings were sparkling. But the funniest thing of your birthday that I remember is, first of all, I would recommend if you're giving a speech, do it before you get wasted. I wouldn't recommend giving a speech when you're fucking hammered. What I remember from that is the funniest thing I've ever witnessed in my life. Normally when it's your birthday, you thank everybody for coming, you tell everybody how you love them so much, and then you're grateful. But Veronica instead
Had to take it a notch further.
I think you should do the honors.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I woke up the next day, and the only thing that I wanted to kill myself over was that speech. I'm just gonna give you guys a little of a backstory,
so that it seems less bad.
Yeah, so at least it seems less bad. I was going to the DJ, and I was like, "Turn up the music." I told him, "Turn up the music." So he goes, "Perfect." He goes to turn up the music, and instead of the music going up, it actually shut the power off of the whole place. So I said, "Perfect." And then I hid behind the DJ, and then I started singing. Exactly this performance, the acapella of Jingle Bell Rocks, because I was like, in Mean Girls when they're doing this performance and the music stops.
Yep.
I start singing Jingle Bell Rocks, and then I'm like, you know what? No. Then I'm like, I'm gonna do a speech. Guys, honestly, delete me. I wish somebody tackled me off that DJ booth the second that those words came out of my mouth.
Except we were all the proud moms with the video cameras.
Yeah. So I started doing my speech, and I realized the first sentence that came out of my mouth, I realized how drunk I was because I couldn't even say it properly.
Yeah.
I was like, I just want to say thanks so much for all my friends love you. And then
you said, guys, thank you so much for coming. I can't wait to be a millionaire. Have a great night. Like, what?
So after I said, whatever, thanks for coming. And I'm like, hopefully next year we won't be here because I'm going to be a millionaire. Thanks everyone for coming.
And I was like, how do I help my girl in this situation? Come on, Colex. I'm like, how do I help this girl in any way I can?
Well, it's sold because a lot of people complimented me on my speech after. So
yeah, I think they were also drunk.
Yeah, it's fine. She said, I love it. I also want to be a millionaire. I was like, great. Manifestation. Is that how it works?
Just all hold hands together.
You just tell everyone in the room what you want. You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
No, I told everyone. I put it out there in the universe. Let me tell you.
Oh,
in
yeah.
the universe.
Anyway, that was really fun.
So that was the birthday vibes. A lot of ups and downs, frauds, and, other stuff. But moving on to the next holiday of the year, Christmas.
Oh, my God.
I'm joking. There's nothing inside.
She gave me so much anxiety. There's nothing worse than not getting somebody a Christmas gift and then they go, I got you something. Like, that's fucking rude. If you're getting me a gift,
tell me
you're getting me a gift.
That's like rule number. Also, the people who are like, don't get me anything, and then they get you something.
That's like,
I actually think we're not friends anymore.
I think like I'm not opening it.
Oh yeah, no, take it back.
So we actually put up a poll and we're like, guys, what's the best gift you've ever received on Christmas from like dating your partner or, just a family member? Like, what are good Christmas gifts? We're going to give help to the people who are recently dating somebody. And I still stand by what I said last year on Christmas, that if you are fucking somebody and they did not make you your girlfriend or you're not official, please do not buy them a gift. Thank you.
But also, if it's the guy, he has to buy you a gift, no?
Well, he can definitely do it. I think that's the only time the law works where you can get a gift and you don't have to get one back.
I mean, it's just because as soon as you do the first gifting, then it's like every holiday now has to be a gift. You know what I mean? It's like now you're expecting gifts.
Yeah.
So, maybe let that one drag out a little bit before you...
Let's actually read the ones that, first of all, people have said, because I think that could be fun. Okay, so first of all, what's the best gift you've ever got?
It's too hard to say. There's like different gifts.
Also, your boyfriend now knows how to nail it all the time.
Yeah. I think also in like getting older, I think people like understand me as a person better because I understand myself as a person better. Because I feel like in the past when you're younger, like when you're just like, you go through all these phases. So people get you a gift and then you're like, oh, I don't like this anymore. You know what I mean? Like when you're a teenager or like young adult, it's like you go through different styles, you go through different hair phases, different friends, and it's just like people get you things and it doesn't like resonate with you anymore by the time it's Christmas, or people that were getting you the same thing every year, suddenly it doesn't work anymore.
I'm gonna tell you what always works for Christmas, and it's money. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real also, but for some reason, I don't know about you, but like nobody gives me money anymore, and I'm like, I need the money. Like I need the money more than ever.
Like, you know what money does? It buys happiness. You know what else it does? It pays for all the shit that I do want, and I don't have to fake. Thank you so much for this gift that I'm never going to use and that I can't return.
1,000,000%. Like, if I would just get money from everybody, I think I would be happy. And, like, one gift to open.
Yeah, like one gift just to say Christmas under the tree.
Yeah. Santa came to visit. And, like, if you just want to, like, put some cash in, the other ones. You know when, like, you know when your grandmother gives you, like, an envelope of money and you open it and you pretend that you don't see the fucking brown $100 bills that are there? And they just slide down and you go, Buona Pasqua. Buona Pasqua. Wait, what?
I'm not sure Easter is Christmas, but I
You
know what you mean.
And the money slides off and you're
Veronica,
pretending to read at this point.
The money falls on the floor. You don't even pick it up. I think like by the end of the night, if no one's looking, you maybe pick it up. If not, you get it the next day or something. You don't even pick it up from the floor. You don't even acknowledge the money.
You never have to acknowledge the money in
you
the
just
envelope.
go, you give them a hug, you say thank you so much for the
And
kind
you can
words
always
that
tell.
you can't read.
You can always tell when an envelope has money in it. But now these days, the cards, you know, the cards with the 3D things,
Yeah.
they're scamming us here because you think you're getting a nice stack of bills.
Yeah.
You're getting the singing card instead. And the only thing that was taking up room was the speaker.
Never mind. Those fucking cards cost more than what the envelope actually has inside. Those cards are like $15 at Hallmark.
Give me the $15 bill next time and put it in a napkin. I'm
Yeah,
happy.
because I'm gonna be honest. You know where those envelopes go? In the garbage.
A million
And they're so
%.
annoying. Every time you open them, you're like, shut up. Okay, so here are some that people wrote. Like a trip. So like a New York City getaway.
Can I be honest
to go
with
see
that?
like a concert or something.
Can I
Cute.
be honest? Okay. How, like, I've never been gifted a trip in my life, okay? And this year, I was going to get my boyfriend a sick gift. I came up with the sickest gift for him. And don't worry, because I already told him because he can't go. So I told him and he didn't give me the reaction that I wanted from it. And I was pissed. But basically, I was going to buy him football tickets for a football game in Boston. And we were going to, like, drive down and everything was going to be so fun. But then I'm like, these trips that you get on Christmas, like, how does it work? Like, hey babe, by the way, you have to take off 6 days of work and now there's a quarantine involved. Like, the poor guy who's gonna have to take 3 weeks off just because I got him tickets to a football game. Like, how does that work? Like, how do you, like, tell somebody? Like, I never understood the people that are like, we're leaving tomorrow. Like,
well, Veronica, I think those are normally millionaires who could just leave tomorrow. But I'm gonna be honest, for my ex-boyfriend one year, he never went to New York, and I was like, okay, cute, sentimental, we'll go to New York.
You're buying the flight and he's buying the hotel.
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's like, okay, I handled the flight, I handled the hotel, but like all the dinners,
it's on you, babe.
it's like I literally just gave him a gift for myself. You know what I mean? It's like
1,000,000%,
babe. Like already taking care of the hotel and the flight. Like that's all I'm doing here. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. If you want to eat, then that's on you. Even my football tickets and everything, I'm like, when does the Christmas gift stop? Like, at what point do I stop
You know
buying?
what I mean? Like, I feel like now if I would do that, I would have to be at the stage where I'm like, okay, I'm actually handling the whole weekend. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Or else how much of a gift is that if he's going, well, I wasn't ready for this expense.
You're like, well, babe, I paid the hotel fees. The hotel nightly fee it's up to you.
So I guess, girl, I feel you on the New York City one, but I definitely didn't get Snoop Dogg tickets. Amazon gift card for my ex. Ugh.
That's the best gift that she got. Amazon gift card from your ex. No wonder he's your ex. Could have gave you a gift card. Honestly, if you're my boyfriend and babe, open up your ears and you give me a gift card.
That's the equivalent to I don't know you.
That's the equivalent of I didn't have time to think about something.
Yeah.
I don't know you. Figure it out yourself.
100%.
Unless it's a $2,000 gift card to literally Chanel. I don't want a fucking gift card. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And even at that up the price, you can't even leave with a bag.
Yeah, you're leaving with the dust bag. That's it.
You're leaving with a wallet.
You're leaving with one earring.
Okay, people made jokes like divorce papers, ha ha ha, a car. Listen, haven't found myself a man who did that yet, so maybe I gotta up my.
Well, let's say you get a car for Christmas. What's your birthday gift? And also, what's your next Christmas gift?
I could figure it out. No stress.
You're like, yacht,
yeah, no stress. I could find bigger things. A car. Now it's like, what kind of car?
Well, see, it's very personal getting these like big, like, yeah. I'm going to be honest. I would prefer, let's say unless you know exactly what I want and you get that for me. If you're like going out on a limb, like, oh, I think she'll like this $6,000 bag. Like, no. Like, bring me shopping and let's pick it out together, because
I agree with that.
When it's a big gift like that, I don't feel, unless you know exactly what I want, I don't feel like it should be in your hands, if that makes sense.
I totally agree with you, and I've always felt this way about anything expensive. I've always wanted to like pick it out myself because I've like wanted it, or it's like the exact thing I've
Color,
wanted.
like,
I'm not like one of those girls who's like, oh, I love a guy to surprise me. Like, babe, whatever bag you think I'll like get it for me. It's like, no, I already know the next 6 bags I want. I have the order of the color I need next.
Yeah.
So please.
Like, I think, look, if you're a millionaire and I get bags every week, it's one thing you surprise me with a bag, but that's not in my near future. So, you know what I mean? Well,
yeah.
Well, I did manifest.
Yeah, I don't know why you're shooting yourself down.
Yeah, I was very quick to shoot myself up last week.
It's crazy what alcohol does. Hermes bracelet. I'm going to be honest with you. I got one of those, and let me know if you want to buy mine. I mean, all dependent on the kind of guy you have. I would never tell you get your boyfriend an Hermes bracelet. I feel like he's cooler than that. It's more like, you know what I mean? It's one of those things that's very, if you're dating the kind of guy who loves that Gucci belt or is very a bit more brand focused, then he might like that. So yeah, for your guy, if you know he's into brands, then that might be something that he likes. If not, I wouldn't waste your money on an $800 bracelet.
I think also something that I realized over the years is, as much as I want to get somebody like a really cool, fancy designer gift, sometimes you can actually get something that's like more valuable and like something that they want more, and it's just like a better gift overall than like you spending $300 on a tie, for example. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes we want to so bad get them these cool things, but you're kind of on a budget and you're $500 at
the bitch is saying that when she got an amazing Gucci gold necklace for her birthday. It's easy to talk like that.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is like sometimes it's like
I get
you're almost like, let me take this $500-$600 and put it on like an even crazier gift that's not designer maybe, but it's like way more valuable. Yeah, like I think sometimes when you're trying too hard to get somebody something designer, you start leaving with like I said, the dust bag at Chanel. Like, so, you know what I mean?
For example, I was like, I really want this bag, but before I get any other bags, before I get anything, I need myself a new laptop, because the laptop is going to help me work, get the job I want, and travel and be able to have that independency. So for me, before any bag, I was like, I need a computer. So if my guy or whatever was buying me a computer, that would be way more valuable than a bag that will not be able to do the things I needed to do.
Perfect example. Girl.
And I got that computer. A surprise trip to New York City. What is it with these New York City trips? I want to bash you all, but I've done it. So I guess I feel you guys. Him becoming my ex. Okay. If they're into sports, buy them tickets at a game. They'll keep you around. Well, I tried. Veronica tried. And I guess he stuck around. Yeah. Somebody else wrote peace and quiet.
What's the best gift you've ever gotten?
Honestly, I think a computer. Yeah.
That's a good gift.
That's a good gift because it's like useful, you know? I mean, bags and stuff are fun, but I can't explain that when you don't buy a bag yourself, and it's going to sound really fucked up. Look, it's amazing to wake up to a Chanel bag, but you don't value it the same way. And anyone could come at me for this. But when you get something and you worked hard for it, it's just a different kind of feeling.
But that's everything.
I think you respect it more. You treat it better. There's just more of that, like...
Yeah.
I'm not saying no to a Chanel bag. I just want to make that clear.
You guys could send it to us all you want. But no, I completely agree. Like, there's just no other way to say it. I just completely agree. No matter what it is,
my 2 Louboutins I bought myself, like they've lasted literally 8 years because it's like I put blood, sweat, and tears into getting those, you know? Just sometimes when you get something, you just look at it differently because you're like, I was able to get that.
Yeah, like things that have been gifted to me that might be more valuable or more expensive than things I've bought myself. I'm almost more like, whatever, like I didn't pay for those. But when it's something you bought and you worked hard for, you're like, my baby. Yeah. My literal piece of gold. You're tucking your Saint Laurent purse in your bed with you.
That being said, a great gift for a girl for Christmas. I don't think anyone says no to opening up a box with a new pair of heels.
True.
I know I don't.
And also heels are the easiest thing to get somebody's size. Like shoe, you could easily go soup.
Yeah.
You know? I have a question for you. So I'm really picky when it comes to... So I'm like very strategic when it comes to gifts, and I'm very like secretive. Like I don't want you to know what I'm planning on getting you. I'm very like sneaky of the ways that I find out what you want, and I hate when somebody hints to me what they're getting me. Like when somebody will be like, oh, by the way, what's your shoe size? I'm like, I hate you already. I hate you. Just go check my shoe. Do you agree with what I'm saying? Like,
with you.
I do not want to know.
I mean, I agree with you because they're making it a surprise. So at that point, just take you there if you're going to give hints like that.
Well, it's just like, there's so many different ways to find out.
And I'm like, okay, you're getting me heels. Let's go together. I want to choose them. If you're going to do the surprise, do it the full way.
Yeah. Like, I think that gifts are about like, if you're gonna, yeah, exactly. If you're gonna surprise somebody and they're not telling you what they want, then try to be sneaky about it. Like if you need to know their size or something, like if you could like check if there's like a way that you could figure it out without hinting to them what you're getting. I think that's the biggest thing for me, because all the times I've been disappointed in a gift, it's because I already knew what it was beforehand, because I accidentally found out, or like I figured it out, or they hinted at it. Like I've always been like the most surprised when it's something I had no idea what I was getting. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And I think I'm going to give everybody just a little tip. If you're with your partner and you're not sure what to get, red flag, because when you're dating them, okay, you're clearly not listening, because I promise you, no girl, no guy doesn't ever say like, oh, I would like this, I would like that. Just make a list. You don't have to wait till Christmas and then be like, what do you want? There should already be a roster of like 9 things you know what they want, because you're listening to them while you're having conversations and while you're getting to know them while you start dating them. There's always going to be something they said. So you normally like write a list and then revisit that when it's around that time. So, you know, it's kind of like a wish list.
Exactly. And I do that all the time. I think I said it in our episode last year that like just throughout the year, if somebody will mention something, I'll write it down. That way, when it comes to like birthday or Christmas, I actually know what they want because I listen and because I paid attention. And sometimes I'll even get an idea and I'll write it down because I'm like, oh, would be a really good gift idea.
Yeah, because chances are you're going to forget.
Exactly. And I'm telling you, it's the thing that saved me the most time, because when it comes to Christmas, you're like, oh, what did I say I was going to get him again? Oh, And there's just so many things. But honestly, I do that, and still every year, somehow every gift doesn't work out, and then I'm left with not knowing what to get.
You know what I find is like the most bought Christmas gift, but is the most personal? Perfume.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying? It's one of those gifts that's so personal, but is the most purchased for Christmas for people.
Well, I think it depends. Like, depends the person, because my dad has literally the pharmacy in his drawer. Like, this guy loves perfume. Any perfume, he'll try it. He loves them. Okay, depending. I could get him anything and he fucking loves it. But then there's also people like, for example, me, like,
my smell is my smell.
My smell is my smell. I need to try it. I need to like know exactly that this is what I want. I need to wear it for a couple of days to know like I like this scent.
Well, because just because somebody's going to the store and smelling it, how do you know how it's gonna smell on that person after like their notes in their skin? It's gonna switch.
Yeah. Exactly. So, it's so true. So personal.
So personal. But I guess if you already know they use that and you're just maybe repurchasing it, that's fine. But then I'm like, boring. They're already used to that gift. Why would I get them that? I don't know. I see it that way.
I think it depends. It depends on the person, but I totally agree. Sometimes I'll get a perfume for somebody that is like a family member, because it's like for my mom, like I know she wears it. I'll get her, like she used to wear the Chanel perfume. I would get it for her because it was like expensive. But I just feel like to throw somebody on a new scent is very invasive.
I feel like for a guy, a really good gift is a wallet. And I know you might be saying, really? Guys don't always have nice wallets. And if you can like personalize it and put like his initials or something, I think that's really nice.
Yeah.
I like that, honestly. Because I feel like a lot of times guys don't even have wallets. Or if they do, they're like shitty.
Yeah.
So you can, I find even in like designer sections, you can get a wallet that's not super, super expensive. And then adding their initials is like that personal like touch. I don't know.
I agree with you. And I do agree that like guys don't tend to go out and buy themselves something like that. Which is why, you know, I've gotten my dad maybe 10 wallets over my lifetime. But like for a boyfriend, I feel like I'm always the type of person where I want to get you something that's like more meaningful or like cool, or like I know you'd really like it. So anything that's like that, I'm like, you know, but that's just my style. Men are, I find, really hard to buy gifts for. Girls are literally a girl, you just listen to them for a week and you'll figure out what they want.
And they'll probably say shoes,
Yeah.
bags, jewelry. It's pretty simple, honestly.
There's so many things that you could get for a girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like guys are harder because they really don't want anything. They're just here for the ride.
Yeah, but a perfect example of what you were saying before is like, a lot of times people want to get something designer and then it ends up being like less carats of gold, for
Yeah.
example, than getting just like an amazing, like
Yeah.
real gold necklace because it says Cartier on it.
Yeah.
Or do you know what I mean?
For sure.
So I rather in that case
Even wedding rings.
Yeah, like a lot of people get their rings at Tiffany.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh my God, branded Tiffany. But then you're getting like not even half the carats.
Yeah, and for triple the price.
Yeah.
Like I always said, like if I would get an engagement ring, like I would never get it at like a designer. Like, yeah, you could get Cartier rings, you could get whatever, but it's just like to get your engagement ring there is just like, you're actually throwing away money.
I agree with that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just always felt that way.
Because for me, it's not about the brand when I think of
Yeah.
a wedding ring. I think
Yeah.
of like, is that thing shining through your eyes?
Did that thing just give me LASIK eye surgery?
Yeah, and it's not going to be the Tiffany Co. that's written on the back. It's going to give me LASIK fucking surgery.
So Christmas, honestly, is, I don't know if you agree, but I find every year when it starts, like when we're right around the corner from Christmas, it's like I finally feel like I finally paid off my taxes. I finally, like, I'm settling down.
Until the next one's come.
And then Christmas comes and suddenly I'm in the negatives again.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking crazy.
Well, I think it's even harder for you because you have a big family. Like for me, just Christmas in general, personally, I always tell my family every year, I'm like, honestly, let's just not, maybe I'm the Grinch, but like I'm over doing the Christmas gifts. I have two brothers. I rather just kind of team up with my brothers, get my parents a huge gift and then call it a day.
I'm glad.
No, I honestly think it's like sometimes it gets so like, okay, I'm going to get you a gift of this value and you're going to return it to me with something you know I want. We'll buy ourselves the gifts we want ourselves. Let's save the headache. Let's save the confusion, the receipts, the everything.
The returns.
And let's just get mom and dad a gift. That's how I feel.
I wish that was my problem because I think my sister is second on the list of most expensive gifts that I buy during the year. Guys, Christmas is really around the corner, or depends when you're listening to this, it might already be here. But if you're like us and you still didn't get a Christmas gift yet, or better yet, you're only seeing your extended family a week away from Christmas, we've still got the best ideas for you. And the first one is Manscaped. Because Manscaped is the best in below-the-waist grooming for men. You can get an amazing high-quality ball razor called the Lawnmower 4.0. You can get a nose and ear trimmer called the Weed Whacker. Guys, they have everything you could think of for men's hygiene. So you need to check them out because that is the best gift that any guy wants.
Yes, and now with their added product lines, you can also get a shampoo, a lip balm, and a bunch of other stuff, guys. And we have a discount code for you. Use our discount code CHEMICALX at checkout to receive 20% off your entire order and free shipping. We're last minuters and we're definitely going to be ordering on Manscaped. So guys, CHEMICALX at checkout for 20% off and free shipping.
And if you're looking for an amazing custom tailored bespoke suit, we have the place for you. You guys need to check out Isotti.com. They are made in Italy, bespoke suits that are tailor-made for you. You use their app to take your measurements and you get exactly what you're looking for in a suit and it fits you pretty much perfectly. And I just think that there's nothing hotter than a guy in a tailored suit for him.
Well, I just think there's a reason why everyone likes Chuck Bass. Am I right?
You're right.
Guys, use our discount code CHEMICALX at checkout to receive 20% off your first suit.
Because she has expensive tastes and, you know, I always get her a gift every year and I tried to do the whole let's not get each other gifts and she was like, I'm still getting you a gift. And I was like, perfect. So I'm getting you a gift and I'm going to cry. And I also have 65 immediate family members because my parents are divorced. So it's stepmom, stepdad, stepbrother, half-brother, everyone you could think of gets a gift.
I would not want to be in your situation.
No, it's honestly not cool. Like just my immediate, and that's why.
And your family never says like maybe this year we'll just like pick out of a hat, do one
Nope.
really big gift.
So for
That's
the,
fucking
the
stressful.
good thing is like you said, I always team up with my sister and we get gifts for the rest of the family together. Like I get my brother a gift, my parents a gift, my step parents a gift. And then we also do like a cousin gift exchange, and we have our boyfriends. Then we also get like sometimes for our aunt and uncle, and it's just a lot of gifts, guys. And then when it comes down to having like a Friendsmas and friends gifts, I'm like, look, we're close, we're good. No gifts.
You get your lip liner, I get mine, we're good.
Yeah.
Oh my, I think that's nice though when we literally get to the point with friends where we just go, guys, look,
I showed up.
we cool? Like,
first of all, you don't even see your friends on Christmas. That's one thing.
Yeah.
I'm like I said, divorced family. I have 64 Christmases to go to. It's literally a schedule. Like morning we're going here, night we're going to your house.
somebody actually wrote your craziest Christmas sex story, and I was like, don't ask Veronica because she has no time for that.
I don't even blink. I don't even see my boyfriend on Christmas.
But do you know what? Like, even when you're dating somebody, it's like, which family do you go to? It's like suddenly, even if you're not a divorced family, there's a lot of family members involved.
Well, now put
it's like
family.
4 for a normal family of like if you're dating somebody.
Yeah.
It's 2 if you're single, which I'm super grateful. Also for not buying gifts, super grateful.
Well,
I'm happy about that. Can we talk about
that's
that?
amazing.
Not having to get a gift for a boyfriend.
I actually don't think you should be the co-host on this podcast because you're not allowed to have an opinion on Christmas right now. You are coming out on top this year.
Woo!
Fucking
Holy
boyfriend is the most expensive gift.
yeah.
Because
every year you're with them, you also have to outdo what you did last year.
Yeah.
You got to show them like I love you even more than I loved you last year.
But then it's also like, okay, you got the New York tickets, but then you want to give him something to unwrap, and then what? Okay, that's another 200, and then
Yeah.
guys,
It never ends.
and now me and my boyfriend live together, and now it's what we put the stocking up, and now we have to do the stocking stuffers. Like Santa, where are you? Where are you?
Yeah.
Because why is this all coming out of my bank account?
Remember a time when we actually thought Santa Claus was a thing?
I remember I used to write letters to Santa. Embarrassing. Honestly, when I have kids, I'm gonna slap them. Fuck, you actually believe this fucking stupid story? Fucking idiot. What did I raise? So, speaking of boyfriends,
Yes.
guys, or relationships when it's Christmas time, I find it's the most anxiety time, especially if you just started dating somebody. Not only because it's hard to do that like first gift and how much are we going to spend and what is it going to be.
Yeah,
but
that's a
also-
lot of
yeah.
pressure.
But also, it tends to be the first time you really meet the family of the person you're dating.
Or at least everybody in the family.
And I think there's like 2 ways that it could go. Like I think when you're first dating, it's either like you don't get invited because it's too new. But
yeah.
also I find no matter what, you should like, unless it's 3 weeks you're dating, you should invite them to Christmas. Do you agree?
You shouldn't or shouldn't?
Should. Like unless it's so new, it's like 1 month, 3 weeks, whatever, like it's very, very new, then don't invite them. But if you guys are talking, seeing each other, it's like 4 or 5 months, I think you at least invite them, and it's up to them to be like whether or not they should come. But if I wouldn't get invited to at least pass by to a Christmas, I would be like, what the fuck?
I agree with
Like
that.
it's kind of insulting. Like
Yeah.
you don't want me to meet your family. Like
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing, especially like being from like big families and stuff. It's so important.
I think the best case is when you start dating kind of like after Christmas, and then you have that whole year to kind of meet the fam that you're already like part of the familia when it comes to
Yeah.
Christmas. But I can only imagine like just recently starting to date somebody, and there's that pressure of like, will the whole family like me? That's stressful.
That's stressful. I remember the first time, one of my ex-boyfriends, the first time he ever met my whole family, specifically my dad, was on Christmas. And
I don't know what's wrong with you.
and just to say, my dad actually didn't even know I had a boyfriend at this time, so it
You
was a
just
whole
showed up-
surprise.
Oh my God.
I just showed up with a boy on my arm and I said, Daddy,
But wasn't your ex-boyfriend like, hello, can you tell them I'm coming? Like he wasn't freaking
Well, no,
out.
he knew that the thing is, like, I'm not, like, my Christmases on my dad's side is very, like, organized by, like, my aunt and stuff. So, like, she knew that
It's
he was
a really
coming, but-
fun, wild Christmas.
It wasn't the type of situation where I had to be like, hey, by the way, I'm bringing a guy, because me and my dad are not close like that to even tell him that.
Okay.
But he was also like, you could have warned me. Like, you could have at least said, hey, I'm dating someone. He might come to, like, he was pissed, but I was like, you know what? I best case scenario this. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I planned this.
You got his
strategically.
natural reaction, I guess.
And then also, like, when your family, what's the most awkward thing on Christmas is when you guys are all opening gifts and then the boyfriend that nobody knew was coming doesn't get a gift.
Well, I think that's
Like, babe, go to the bathroom. babe, you got a phone call, go check it. And then
I'm gonna open this real quick. I'll see you soon, babe.
You don't really want to open your gifts either because you're like, oh, look, okay, thank you.
And another thing is, do you give your gift to your boyfriend in front of like your family?
Never.
You don't do that. Don't torture somebody like that.
Not even on my birthday. Don't give me a gift.
I did that once to my ex. Just once. It just happened that way. It just happened that way. But
oh my God,
we didn't do it when it's like everyone's looking. First of all, can't stand that. Like, gifts should be personal. And I get it. The person who's spending $3,000 wants
everybody
the whole parade to see. But it's like, no.
I can't fake shit.
Wait.
I can't fake shit.
Reactions are like the worst.
Yeah. And to be honest, like I always said, my love language is gift giving, receiving gifts, whatever. But I actually don't love receiving gifts, and I really especially don't like when people watch me open a gift. Like, I would prefer you give me a gift, I open it by myself, and then I come and tell you if I liked it or not. You know what I mean? Like, don't look at me like I'm so worried about my facial expression that I don't even see what I'm opening.
Yeah. It's a lot of pressure. Anyways, if you're dating somebody, just don't do it in front of the whole family. God damn it.
Like, have a brain cell or two. Fuck. Take her aside, give her a gift later, something. Like, there should never be, when you're in a relationship, you should never be giving a gift in front of other people. Or do it like before.
I know like our family does it before we get together with the whole family. We kind of do it just our family, like just the 5 of us, because we're not going to start doing it over there. It's like more personal.
I'll tell everyone anyway what you got me, so 100%. I don't need to open it in front of all these people.
Like, you're gonna tell everybody anyways.
Like,
do you love Christmas fun activities? Because I have like 2 sides of the family. One that's like really fun. We know like we're gonna get wasted. We know that there's gonna be like, there's always one MC who creates all the parties for that night. And then there's like the other side of the family that's a little more boring. Mom and Dad, if you're listening, then you know which side of the family that is. But there's always one side of the family you're more excited to go on.
Oh, 1,000,000%.
There's always like family members where you're like, about seeing.
Well, there's also like, for me, it's like one side of my family, we're all the same age and we're all,
you have
like,
cousins.
Yeah, we're all close. And then the other side, I don't have any cousins that are the same age as me. So it's like, I'm there going, I'm 50. You know what I mean? Like, it's always more fun when you have like the cousins and the vibes and it's like a party.
So yeah, we all have those 2 sides of the family. One that's more fun, one that's a little more serious, one that there's like that uncle you don't feel like seeing, you know, that like tension, or you know that there's been shit that's happened in that family, you know, like the mom doesn't get along with somebody, or there's just more like negative energy and like people disagreeing.
Yeah.
And I feel like at a time like Christmas, when you're spending like kind of a lot of time together, you kind of go back to your old ways, and there's like certain things that like people don't agree with, and then it becomes that discussion, and then somebody leaves the fucking party. Or did you ever have that like experience?
So there was like, I want to say 1 or 2 years where there was like a big commotion on Christmas, because I mean, I would say for the most part, my family gets along pretty well. And like, we don't have, like, I don't have anyone that like I don't want to see or that like bothers me. I think it's just like more like the internal like adults kind of drama.
It's like translates to the kids too. Because let's say like it's 2 family members that are not getting along, but you're super close to the cousin. Yeah. You always feel that like tension. Like our parents aren't really getting along right now.
Exactly. And 1 year, like, something like that had happened, like, between, like, my aunts, and, like, it was, like, a screaming, who left Christmas, like, it was, like, a whole drama, and I just feel like Christmas is not the place for that. I don't know, I just feel like if you guys have beef, or if there's something, like, you should just shut your mouth and not do it on Christmas, because I feel like it ruins the vibe for everyone. Yeah. And I feel like Christmas should be, like, even if it's fake, you should just, like, swallow it, and
I totally agree
and just,
with
like,
that.
Put it aside, because it's not the place for that.
I think especially if anyone has grandmothers who are still alive, you know, you always want that tradition to keep going. So I think even in a grandmother's perspective, they just want everyone to be there because they feel like they created this whole circle. Yeah. So yeah, I would say I don't think any family's perfect, and I think everybody's had a scrap on Christmas and things gone wrong, but this year, let's be kind.
I also have like another opinion, and some people might agree with this and some might not. But I would say like I'm a pretty opinionated person, and like I have like,
I love how I came in.
Yeah, agree on that one. No, but I do have like strong opinions about certain things and certain like I don't want to say politics, but like world
Views.
I guess. But I also am not the person that's going to start a debate or a fight with somebody on something like Christmas or really ever. But like, I just don't feel like that's the environment to start bringing in like your political views or whatever.
Yeah,
like,
that's
I don't
a good
think
point.
like a lot of the times, and I know people might be like, oh, that's the wrong way to do it. You need to like call people out on their shit. You need to call them out if they're being like, you know, offensive or whatever. But personally, I feel like it's Christmas. I'm not here to educate you on gay rights. I'm not here to educate you on, you know what I mean? Like racism. Like I'm just gonna let you do what you want and I'm gonna shut my mouth, because a lot of times I see people have these fucking debates with like their uncle who's 80 years old.
And it's always
just like,
gonna happen with older people, because there's obviously, as much as we can say like we love our family, I mean, over the years, we're in a different generation. So there's always going to be those disagreements. So I think if you can just like, maybe just talk about things in a more like positive way and talk about things that are going on in your life. Like catch up with your family members, but don't get to the stage where it's like bitchy and it's tag team and it's like, did you hear what she said? Like try and... Because I feel like if everyone thought that way, then everyone would be on the same mutual agreement to kind of just like...
And I also don't think that like letting something slide means that you agree with what they think. I think a lot of times
you do it for the greater good.
Yeah, like... and you could just be like, oh, well, I don't agree, and that's it, and change the subject.
Or if you really feel like you need to say something, then wait till after Christmas, get together with that cousin, get together with that aunt you feel a certain way, and say like, by the way, like I felt this way during Christmas time, and kind of have that conversation and try and work it out after. But regardless if you think it's just between you and someone else, everybody gets in the mix, everyone feels awkward, and it's just like, it's like the elephant in the room.
Very much.
The whole night.
And there's always going to be that one person in the family that doesn't get social cues and that will keep bringing up a touchy topic because they know it's touchy. But I'm telling you, like, the worst thing that you can do is get involved and start fighting back. And
sometimes
no. And it's just like, whoa, like now we're all here at the table feeling awkward.
And sometimes it's really hard because on Christmas, what do? We eat and we drink. And a lot of the time somebody might have somebody in their family who drinks a little more than they should, and everybody tries to stop them, but Christmas comes around and they just keep drinking. And normally when you're drinking a lot, what happens? Fights.
Yeah.
So
I just think like, especially like being young, like you said, there's a lot of like generational like differences. I just think Christmas is not the time to start bringing that up because I feel like it ruins everyone's time also. And that goes to, like, I wish I could tell this to the older people, too. Like, shut the fuck up. Because I know there's a lot of older people that will, like, use Christmas as the chance to, like, bring up all this bullshit. But it's also, like, shut up as well.
And it's also a time of year where you actually can't avoid seeing them, right? Because it's, like, the whole family's going to be there. So you just have to suck it up.
I think there's also a lot of people that like aren't don't get along with their family, and like Christmas is like a really bad time for them.
Yeah. Or that don't have a family.
Yeah. Is there anything that you would like tips we can give if you don't get along with your family, or like, you know, you feel lonely on Christmas or something like that?
Well, I would say like, one, if you feel lonely on Christmas, don't be shy to be like to one of your friends or somebody you're super close with and be like, can I tag along? Like normally these big families or anyone who has that big Christmas is never gonna say no to having that one extra person. They'll actually feel honored. So never feel like you need to be alone on Christmas.
Especially if you have Italian friends, guys. I'm gonna be honest, we're always looking for extra guests to throw in there.
Yeah, but I feel like everyone always gets honored, or like when you're done your Christmas, maybe stop by mine.
Also, another thing that I just thought of is like, obviously not everybody celebrates Christmas. Some people celebrate Hanukkah, some people celebrate, like, there's so many things that you could celebrate. And you know, even like that, like some people who celebrate Hanukkah might feel left out on Christmas because like everyone's celebrating but they're not. But maybe if you don't have anywhere to go on Christmas, find other people who are also not celebrating Christmas. If you have anybody, you know, that celebrates a different holiday, you can always hang out with them and do something else.
Either it's family, it's friends, it could be a boyfriend, you know, maybe you don't grow up with a family who celebrates Christmas, or it's just a lot of things have happened, then just tag along. But I do think like, of any holiday, it's nice to be surrounded with people, because I think when you're alone, that's when you're more in your thoughts.
Even when I was in Australia, like I was in Australia for Christmas and I had literally zero family members there, and I just like surrounded myself with all my friends who were also traveling and also didn't have any family, and we kind of made this like Christmas party for ourselves.
Which
and
is
it was
really
like
cute.
a really cute like friendsmas. And it was the vibe because we were all in it together. We were all looking for that like fun family, like love. So we all gave that to each other. So I think like if you're in a similar situation, just surround yourself with people who are also like that. And it was a really good time. Like I had an amazing Christmas, even though I didn't have my family, which was I was so used to.
For sure. Like,
but I
even,
still had a good time, you know, and I felt loved and I felt like we did something and I wasn't just sitting at home thinking about like, oh my God, I'm so alone. You know what I mean?
So I feel like I love my Christmases, but then I see Veronica's going on and I'm like, okay, why is it a club in here? Why is her aunt taking backwards bottle shots? Like, why is this the party I want to be at? Like, if I told my aunt to take a shot, she'd be like, no, I don't drink. So sometimes I'm envious, you know? You see other people's Christmases and you're like, I wish I was at that one. I'm going to be honest.
You guys are all invited. Don't worry.
And especially since I have brothers and none of them have girlfriends, I don't have that girl with me to be like, you know what I mean? Tag team. So it's really me and this bitch alone. But do you ever feel like, let's say like it could be like when you go to like your boyfriend's side of the family or whatever, and you're there and you want to be that polite chick who's like helping out, cleaning up, but there's always one person, and it could be, you know, your boyfriend's brother's girlfriend. It could be somebody there that has to prove themselves. And they always feel like they got to take it a step too far, where it's like, bitch, you don't even clean the dishes at home. Sit the fuck down.
Or like when they're the new girlfriend that comes in and they suddenly made cookies for the whole family and suddenly you look like the worst bitch in the... Like, it's like, why did you... Like, you couldn't have called me, let me know that you were gonna do that?
Why
like,
can't we do this shit together?
No. Like, and it's always stressful because you're like, how much do I... Like, I need to bring something now.
And then if you're the person who just brought a cake and then the other girlfriend was the one who literally got on her knees and rolled fucking... I don't know what they make on Christmas, but they spent 3 hours doing it. 30 hours.
It's always stressful when there's other girlfriends or like other people or like...
Yeah, or they take the lead on the dishes and then you're the fucking princess sitting down who clearly was not raised properly.
But sometimes it's like your own family and then like a girlfriend, like another person will come in and start doing more and you're like, sit down because you're making me look bad in front of my own family here. Like, whoa, let them do the dishes. Also, last year, guys, I'm going to give you a piece of advice. Last year, my boyfriend came to my Christmas, okay? And like Alessia, you know, previously said, it's very fun and it's a club. But I was driving that night and my boyfriend proceeded to get blackout drunk at my Christmas. And I was like, this is not allowed. Like, first of all, got wasted, started telling my uncle how much he loved me. And I'm like, I know you think this is cute, but no. I deleted. You're not allowed. So this year I had to talk with him. I said, you're not allowed to drink on Christmas.
Ew, what are you, the Grinch? You can't bring him in a scenario that's a club and then say one drink max.
Yeah, but like, I can't be sober watching you talk to my whole family like that and they're all drunk. Like, no.
He's allowed to drink on Christmas. I give him the approval.
Okay, what do you want to fuck him? Like, I don't know. He's allowed. If he would come to my Christmas, he'd be allowed to drink. Yeah, well, next time, behave yourself. But you know what I mean? Like, you know when people start, you bring somebody on Christmas and then they start saying shit that like no one should know, or like they start being too close with their, and you're like, whoa, like nobody knows that story, okay? Shut your mouth.
Yeah, like once my ex-boyfriend was like literally in front of my dad, said something about the lingerie he bought me, and it literally was like the worst thing that could ever happen to me. And I've never felt like I want to scream, run out of my body and like literally like disappear from the earth.
But it's because
it's like, stop drinking if you know you're gonna do something like that.
But the thing is
like,
but
it's because like, you know, you think my family's chill, but you're also not in my family. Like, you don't have to wake up and deal with that. Do you know what I mean?
Well, 100%.
Even though my dad won't say anything, it's like, it's weird.
But that's exactly what I mean. And thank you for finally agreeing with me now. But it's like, sometimes people...
I agree with you.
Yeah. Sometimes people like see your family a certain way, but you are in your family and you know like the reality of the situation. So sometimes people say things and they think it's okay, because obviously it's okay, but you know deep down that like everyone is cringing or like everyone is like, or like you shouldn't have said that, because every family has their own like type of openness. Like for
It's
example,
so
like
true.
I go to my boyfriend's house and like they're so open. I could literally be like, I bought 6 vibrators, and they'd be like, vibrate. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But like there's also things at my family that it's like, yeah, we're all open and shit, but some things like, oh, for me, like my family is very like roasting, and like we're not like lovey at all. Like we're not like oh, love you so much, thank you. Like we're very like fuck you, but like in a loving way.
Right.
So like
roasting is how you show love.
exactly. So like
It's so weird because I was just saying on my birthday, I want to do a roast. I want my birthday to be a roast.
well, can I be number one? You're gonna go home crying.
Well, you do it every day, so
Fuck. I prepared some shit.
let me know.
Just
I'll
like my
start
list of gifts, I'll prepare a list. But so yeah, so it's like sometimes, you know, I'm not like that with my family. So when my boyfriend's there saying how much he loves me and how amazing I am, I'm like, you can't do this with these people. Like they're not gonna agree with you. They're gonna go,
They're
really?
like, we've
her?"
never gotten sentimental. Like, please don't
Yeah,
start.
everybody in the room is very ooh, like they don't know how to act. Do you know what I mean? And I also feel like another thing, I feel like everyone has a certain personality in front of their family.
Oh, yeah.
Like everybody has their role in the family setting, in the family like holiday. Like
Yeah.
for example, like I'm the one who has to end up dancing on the floor, on the table. Like I'm the entertainment that they get for free. You know what I
Right.
mean? And that's my role. But like other people have different roles, and it's like you can't fuck with my role.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, you're not cleaning the dishes, but you're
Yeah.
starting the party. So, I mean, like,
Exactly.
are they going to remember the next day? Not
When
to
I
clean
clock
dishes.
in, you're not gonna remember about the
No,
dishes.
no.
But you know what I mean? And it's like, I don't need somebody who's like gonna start making me, you know, get out of my predetermined role.
Yeah. Could we also talk about gift exchange? Okay. We're going to talk about this, okay? Because I cannot stand doing gift exchange gifts. Look, it's one thing if you grab out a hat and you're like, I'm getting this
Oh,
person.
yeah.
You're like, fun, okay, perfect. I'll figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's another thing when you're like, we're going to play a gift game. You don't know what gift you're going to get. And it's like the anxiety kicks in because it's like, there's girls, there's guys. Now you have to get a
There's
gift that's
children, there's
you have to get a
elderly.
gift that's like neutral. And the only thing I could think about is an electric toothbrush. You?
That's a pretty good idea, actually.
Well,
My boyfriend's family decided to do that, but they have nonna, us, everybody in the
I
middle.
remember
I'm like,
one year there
I'm
was
sweating.
like cable wires for the car.
Not a bad gift either.
Not a bad gift, but like, guys, I'm not excited telling my friends about getting cable wires. You? Or a toothbrush.
But it's fucking hard. Like, how many gender neutral, age neutral gifts are there in this world?
There's not.
Because
And
my only idea
it's
was
never
candle.
and it's never the budget where you're like, okay,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm getting a neutral gift, but it's $1,000 and I'll get them
Yeah.
like a MacBook.
Yeah.
You know?
It's always like,
even though a MacBook's
it's always
not
20
$1,000.
bucks and you're on Amazon going, I could get them, I don't know, toothpaste, like
It's
you couldn't
always
even get the
it's
electric
always like
toothbrush.
no one spend more than this much, so you're under that price, so it's already like stressful. And I'm getting like a fucking cheese cutter, like I don't know
And then it ends up going to the person who's lactose intolerant.
exactly.
And I always take the risk too. Every time I've done it, I always like, okay, well, I know that there's like, but hopefully they won't get my gift. Like, hopefully it's gonna go to, you know, somebody who wants it.
Yeah.
And you know where you don't go wrong? Alcohol.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
But it's like, how original are you?
Yeah.
There's always that like, okay.
And then the scotch ends up going
and then you
to
end
the-
up buying Liano wine, and it's like, bitch, we all know it's 27 and your limit was 25. Cheater. Or when you see the
1,000,000%.
gift that's like literally just a gift card, you're like, KK, eyes on the prize. I don't want that huge gift that you're like, what could they have bought for $20? That huge gift. I don't want that shit.
It ends up being a shoe rack.
Yeah.
It's very sketch, these secret Santas.
But I'm always okay with the gift cards. If it's the
Smart.
SAQ, the gas.
Smart.
Those are all neutral
But then you get the
gifts.
people that put the gift card inside a bike rack. And then you think you're getting... You think you're being... It's always like that.
So true.
So guys, nobody put me into a gift exchange.
Yeah, literally.
A secret gift exchange. But actually, I will say, I used to go to my friend's Christmas every year. Shout out Alessia. And they used to do a gift exchange with their family, which was like that. Except they used to play this game where like you had to like steal a gift from somebody. And like,
I played
It
that.
had to be like the night, like everybody would go after the nicest gift. And like, it was almost so fun that you didn't even care what you got at the end of the day. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, So that was actually a really cool
I've
way
done
to
that.
do it.
I've actually done that on my old work, the job I was working at, and there was still stealing going on once the gift was open.
Yeah.
So it's like now you're like, hey,
Yeah.
give me that Keurig pot. Keurig. Give me that. There was like a coffee Keurig one year, and we were all like going after it. It's just funny.
1,000,000%.
But then you know that employee, when you go in on Monday, they hate your guts.
1,000,000. 'Cause you stole that right
I'm
out of
gonna
their
be
fucking-
honest, that happened to me. I left with it and I felt her being a little uneasy with me. I literally at the end was like, you sure we could just switch back? Like, I felt so bad. You didn't feel bad when the game was going on.
It's okay. You got fired recently after. It's fine. Maybe that's why you stole the girl's fucking Keurig.
Literally, she was like, I'd never like that bitch.
She's like, yeah, you want to fire her? Yeah, I would too. I agree.
When it was like a coffee Keurig, what do you call those things that like,
The coffee maker.
it was a coffee maker, yeah.
What were you going to do with that? You live at home, fuck. Shut
Yeah.
up. Where's that thing?
It
Where you
just-
regifted it to someone else? Yeah. I did.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you ever get like a regifted gift that you knew that was gifted?
I don't know.
Oh
Not
my
that
God, I
could
have a
think of.
story before we end this podcast. Okay, so my aunt had got me like a really nice, like whatever, chocolates with a whole basket with champagne in it. And I was like, wow, I'm going to my next family, which is the next day, and I got nothing for the host. I'm like, you know what? I don't really need this. I'm gonna be honest with you. Look, it's going to the host the next day. So that's what I did, okay? And I'm like, she'll never be there because, right? It's a different family. And it so happened that the day, it just so happened that on that day, she had forgot her jacket the night before. And we were going to Montreal, and Montreal was a lot closer to where she was going to be at her mom's the next day. So she's like, you know what? And I didn't put two and two together with all this going on. She's like, you know what? I'll just pass by, you know, your other family member and pick up the jacket. So she comes to pick up the jacket. What does she see when she walks in? Anyway, guys, you try, you think you're safe, but you're never fucking safe. I actually wanted to die. Like,
That's when you say, yeah, I loved it so much. And when I went and buy another one for her.
yeah, bullshit.
But she sees Alessia scribbled out on the name tag. Anyways, guys, Merry Christmas. Don't re-gift gifts. And if you do, you know, you better make damn sure it's in a different country.
I
or
was
something.
damn sure, man.
Yeah. So maybe just don't re-gift gifts.
Merry Christmas, guys. Ho, ho, ho. Don't forget to be slutty this Christmas. Don't forget to keep your mouth shut this Christmas.
Yeah.
And yeah.
And I guess don't buy perfume. I don't know.
Yeah, don't buy perfume unless you know exactly what they want. Even at that, you're not that original. Sorry, guys.
Anyways, guys, thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, and leave us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts.
And also let us know what the best and worst gift you've ever gotten was.
See you next week.